Hello, hello. Amira Alvarez here, founder and CEO of The Unstoppable Woman. And I'm sitting here this morning in a beautiful room at the Four Seasons in Denver, where I live. And I checked myself in here yesterday because I wanted to know if my building was off-gassing, and that's why I was having some physical reactions, or whether it was because I lived in Denver at altitude. So why am I telling you this? Because I was able to just come here, check in. This is part of my life now. This is what I've created. And it feels amazing to have that freedom to choose to do whatever I want, whenever I want, because I have choice and freedom, financial freedom, emotional freedom, spiritual freedom, all of that. But also because I just ordered myself, let's see, which way do I go? You can't really see what's on that table, but I just ordered myself a big ass breakfast. I just was like, this, and this. Okay. And it was all there and it was great. And I got my French press cup of coffee and I'm feeling good. And I realized that I just stopped eating when I wasn't hungry anymore. And I wasn't eating compulsively. And I didn't eat that much. And I ate in a healthy breakfast and it felt good. And this was just par for the course. It wasn't a struggle. It wasn't something that I was in conflict with myself about. And that is incredible. For me, at least, maybe not for you, but for many women, I know that a lot of energy gets spent around food eating decisions and what to do when and their weight and how they are in this world. And to be in the after of this is so frigging liberating. This is emotional freedom. And it came through the same methodology that I used to create my financial freedom, because there are laws to the universe. There's a methodology to how creating what you want in this life works. And you can apply it to anything in your life, whether it's hitting that 7-figure mark or moving beyond the 7 figures or getting to multiple 6 figures or creating the relationship you want, or in this case, creating the body that you want. And I realized that I was really out of integrity with myself in spending a huge amount of energy every day thinking about this lack of integrity with myself. And I may not have articulated it that way to myself. You know, I don't always say, oh, you're out of integrity with yourself, but I could feel the dissonance, the energy waste. There was so much energy being spent on thinking about what to wear that would look good on me, how I was presenting in the world, what I was eating, like I said before. It just took up so much bandwidth. And what it was a reflection of, a result of, was this dissonance between the self-image I had of myself, or let me say it differently, the true desire I had for myself of who I was versus how I was actually presenting in the world. Because, and the reason I made that correction, my self-image for years and years and years, despite all the work, the personal growth work that I had done, was fat and frumpy. And it didn't matter what other people thought. I would walk into rooms and people would be like, wow, you're beautiful. And like strangers or people I just met would say that to me. And I just, it didn't add up. I would thank them. I would be gracious about it. But I did not have the self-image of aligned with who I truly was. And that was part of the rub, what was keeping me from creating what I wanted. So there's a beautiful book called Cybernetics. Oh my God, I forgot who it's by. I'll have to look that up. I should know that. Apologies, it's early in the morning and I'm on my first cup of coffee. But the concept on this book is that we have a self-image that keeps getting recreated over and over and over again. And it's the image that we are holding in our subconscious that then gets recreated again and again. I just had the image this morning of like a snake that sheds its skin. That gets shed, but it gets recreated again and again and again in the same container, the same image. And that's what we're doing over and over and over again with ourselves until we try a different methodology. And this is what, along with many other steps in the manifestation matrix that I teach, allowed me to really change quite easily my physical representation in this world, so that now I'm in integrity with myself, which saves an enormous amount of energy. And if you want to connect this to money for yourself, if you're a woman, an entrepreneur who's in business and is like, tell me what the connection is between money and my weight, or money and how I feel about my body. It's huge. All that energy that you are spending feeling bad about how you look and how you present and how you show up, that's not you, just to ignore this, right? But if I'm speaking to you, think about that energy waste. That is huge. And that you could be funneling that energy into money-making activities. Also think about visibility. How many of you hide out because you don't feel good in your body? You feel like a fraud going out there. You feel like you can't show up. It's a total lie. You can show up any way you want, okay? There's nothing that says, you have to be, a certain size to show up in the world. That's a bunch of BS, right? But we make our minds create this story. I once was on a conversation with a woman who said, I can't become a famous rock star. Okay, that's what she wanted. She wanted to be a pop star because I need to lose the weight first. What in the fuckity fuck, right? Like, Adele, have you noticed? Okay, like, it doesn't matter. And yet there's a way in which it does matter. And it does matter. If it does matter for you, you need to get into alignment with it. Okay, not that you want to say, I have to do this first, it's going to stop me from doing anything else. No, but you do have to look at whether it's sapping your energy and keeping you, it's one of the ways you are subconsciously sabotaging yourself from moving forward. And you got to do something about that. And let me just tell you the freedom that's on the other side. Like when you show up and you're like, oh yeah, I just know how to treat myself. I just know how to show up. I just know that this is my new self, and it's not a struggle. It just is. Now, did someone send me a bunch of chocolate covered almonds and other treats for a holiday gift? And did I have one and get addicted to that sugar? Absolutely. But I noticed it in a friggin' instant and cut that out. Okay. Without any guilt or shame. Okay. It was like, oh, that's interesting. Look at that. I laughed about it, gave them away. Here we are. Okay. So what do I have for you today? I want to give you some inspiration around this, that it's totally possible to make this super, super, I'm not going to say easy, but easier. Okay. There's a methodology to this. And if you learn it and apply it, it just opens up the whole manifestation process, the whole creation process. And you can use it for making a ton of money, financial freedom. You can use it for the freedom that you want in creating your true right-sized body for you. Okay, everyone has a different right-sized body. What is it for you? So the call to action here is, let's have a conversation about this. I am launching a program called the Unstoppable Woman Mastery Program, and it takes you through this methodology that I'm talking about, the universal laws and the manifestation process for how to create whatever you want. So whether you're looking to really up-level your financial game, or if you're looking to create the body and become step into who you know you truly are, but you are not presenting as, and you want to change that, you want to have different results, and you want to really do that in a different way, not in that struggle, banging your head up against the wall kind of way, then we need to talk. Okay, I would love to share this program with you and tell you about how it works. I'm going to give you a link to book a call with me. It's amiraalvarez.com/chat now, amiraalvarez.com/chat now, and we'll have a quick conversation and see if this is right for you. It's not right for everyone. You have to be a woman who wants to move through the subconscious programming that is blocking you from stepping up in the world in the way you know that you can. You have an image of what you want. You have big desire of what you want. You're ready to change, and you want to know how to do it, okay? You want to know the methodology. You want to know how to move through the double binds up at the same level, doing the same thing over and over and over again, year after year. How many years has it been? For me, when I look back at like how long I had incrementally been gaining weight, really, I mean, I think it was since college. I was always like 10, 15, 20 pounds overweight. When I got to that 25, 30 pounds overweight stage, I hit my upper limit and I was like, this has got to change. But I had also learned this methodology, and it made it so much easier and so much faster, and it allowed me to actually execute on what I wanted instead of continuing to self-sabotage and go back to square one again and again and again, and then reinforce the fact that I was a failure at letting go of the weight. So if you want to really succeed, let me know. Happy to help. Okay, amiraalvarez.com, chat now. Take care. Have an awesome day. Be unstoppable. Bye.